Y'all, look at this. Will somebody come and look at this? Do you want long locks or you don't? This is giving very mixed messages. Let me explain. Hair grows half an inch to an inch per month. Hair locks because it sheds every day. Afro hair, when left to its own devices, will mat and lock on its own because of the growing and shedding. Putting anything more than 8 weeks between maintenance appointments is a recipe for disaster. At 8 weeks, you should have at least an inch of new growth. Where two different textures meet is a breaking point. The two textures meeting here are locked hair and afro hair. Afro hair is reaching for the sun, and locked hair is reaching for the ground. Using the neglect method as a means to grow your locks is like trying to race the afro hair against the locked hair. Spoiler alert, they both win. The afro hair will be free once again to reach for the sun because the locks will be on the ground. But on a serious note, guys, I think this guy had put 6 months between the time I made this video and the last time he got his hair retwisted. Hair was growing and shedding, and no attention was being paid to the hair at all for 6 months. It looks exactly how I would expect it to look. The locks are matted together. There is short broken hairs everywhere, and the parts are nowhere to be found. In order to find the parts, I have to separate the matted locks. I couldn't play the original sound because we were having a conversation, but you could literally hear the hair ripping apart. But no big deal, right? Kinda. To the world, it will still appear that you have long, healthy locks. Well, for a little while. You see, I can take the hairs that have separated from the lock and put them back on the lock, but the spot where the hair separated will be thin forever. The more time you put between retwists, the weaker those thin spots will be. And they will be on every lock. After that, whenever you style them, it gets weaker. Whenever you ponytail it so you can play basketball, it gets weaker. And then one day, locks are snapping and popping off, and you don't know why. It's because that one time you decided to wait 4 to 6 months before you get your hair done. Or maybe you always put 6 months between your retwists because you like it when it looks fuzzy. All you have to do for fuzzy hair is not wear a do-rag, but not getting your hair done is going to cause you to lose it. At 6 weeks, afro hair starts to separate from the lock. At 8 weeks, it starts to mat. At 6 months, your locks are barely hanging by a thread, and some have probably already broken off. Do whatever you want with this information, but don't say I didn't tell you. And whatever you do, after 8 weeks, don't try to sit in my chair. Bye.